lies,
opinion,
truth,
and substance. On it, we have to make sure we're real and we demonstrate skills to be honest.
right.
My real son, he tortured some folks.
Good morning, people. This is your main man. Actually, I said good morning. Good afternoon, good people. This is your main man, Johnny Q, coming in from Atlanta, Georgia, October the 11th, 2022. How y'all doing out there? Well, I tell you, we got us some good topics today to sit here, talk about, chime in on. Y'all feel free. You can call in. For y'all who have looking at the show who are looking through the show on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, be sure to give your boy some likes, thumbs up. Also, those who tuning in through even our media, which is Status Network, who has downloaded through your apps, give us a shout out, leave your comments. We'll be sure to get back to them or get to them at the same time during the recording or live. Yep. My co-host Kama, she have some things going on, but she will come back. She'll be in and out. So I just want to say hello, Kama. How you doing out there? Today. Before we even get into the first topic, people, man, we got to do better with these kids. Seriously, we got to do better. We got to train them better. We got to sit down and talk to them. We got to communicate with them better. I was reading over. I started choose it as a topic today, but I was looking at the Curtis Jackson. Curtis Jackson, which is better known as 50 Cent. I saw where his son said he would have give his father $6,700, just to talk to him. I don't know really where the friction came from. I got an idea, but I'll be only speculating. It'll be only my opinion. It is hard to maintain a family, and I'm just talking about on regular street stuff. I know it got to be hard when you talking about trying to build a $1 billion brand, especially even just dealing with the tens and twenties of million. Yet, we all know that 50 Cent, who real name is Curtis Jackson, actually is dealing with hundreds of $1 million deals. So, but yet you're a father first before all that. And so that is what I am going to say in the young kids' favor. But not every parent is going to know how to balance that. That's what I want to say in Curtis' favor. But also to go back to a child, to his child, but you're not a child anymore. You know what I'm saying? You got to know how to approach your father as a man now, even if he didn't really get a chance to instill all that in you. Because you're not a kid anymore, But at the same time, Curtis, you got to know how to understand a cry for help from your own child. You got to understand that as the parent, because that's what you are. Even as your child get older, you got to understand that cry. You got to be able to feel it. Women aren't the only one who can feel when something wrong with their child. It's also in a man's ability. So, I just say that, these are the things that we got to be self-aware of with dealing with children. Which is going to bring us to our first topic. I'm going to give my opinion on this. All these aren't facts. It's not total 100% facts, but bringing y'all up towards our first topic of the day. I mean, boy, this is Actually, hold that because it's a clip I want to show y'all that I did want to comment on as well. So before we even get into what I was going to actually say, I just want to show y'all this first clip dealing with which it is Joe. That first clip. Hold on. The very first one. It's all in order. Yes. I just couldn't remember her name. Nasika Kalisha. Did I say that last name right? Is that how they say it? Is that how she pronounced it? Yeah. She asked the question. Fuck what they say, marry for money and grow to love the man. Fuck marrying for love. You know, I saw a bunch of people comment on that. Oh boy, I mean, I tell you, I saw a bunch of people really, and I mean really comment on that, right? She's very young. She's very young. She don't even understand she don't even understand the danger of marriage. You know, because you getting married up under God. You ain't getting married up under me. And if there is a God, what if that person go broke? What you gonna do? You know, what if that person gets sick and left you with nothing? What if that person gets sick, didn't leave anything in your name, you know, and left you to defend for yourself until it heal up? What you gonna do? Basically, the point I'm getting to here: do not marry nobody for their bankroll. Do not marry nobody for their good looks. Do not do it. You are going to be very disappointed. It's not going to end well. That first little 2 months, 1 month, 3 months if you're lucky, that's all you're going to have. It's not going to end well. It's not going to be well. People, tighten up. Be careful what you say. Be careful what you do. Be careful who you follow out there. Be careful when people only giving you their lie, their truth, their opinion, and it has no substance to fall back on. Be very careful. Because if there's a God, you're going to be held accountable for that. Which brings us to the second clip. You know, as I say, the hits keep on rolling. This here is dealing with another person. I would like to say, just be careful. Just be careful of the things you say. You know, you have to be aware. You have to be aware of the statements you're trying to put out here. You know, seriously. Because it's no telling how people are going to take it. It's no telling how people are going to perceive it and perceive you once you say it. You know, because whether we're conscious of it or not, people will try to make that particular thing that you say define you. Go ahead and bring it up, Joe.
Get out of the car. Shots fired! Shots fired! Shots fired!
Actually, that was my fault, y'all. I went one clip ahead. But this is dealing with the San Antonio. It was an incident down in San Antonio. The behavior of an officer. So that statement that I made, it didn't actually go with this, but I was coming toward this. I jumped ahead. That was my fault. But I'll deal with this right now. This situation keeps happening over and over and over again, to where these innocent, well, I can't say if they innocent. It looks innocent from what we can see on video. You pulled your weapon on this team. For what? You know, as people have, you know, as the articles have came out, the research that I have been able to do, there was no weapon found. The only aggressor was the officer. And here it is, a kid that's growing up done lost their life. And yet, the accountability that needs to be held, you know, the system not showing it. You know, I couldn't tell if this kid was white or Hispanic. You know, I haven't got that detail yet. They haven't released it. At least I haven't been able to gather it yet. You know, which I do plan to get back to it. I'm just trying to figure out, you know, how is this incident still happening? And believe me, it's many more, because you have also the situation. What state is that the other kid in, Joe? It just happened to what Mississippi? You know, the only thing I'm trying to find out, what training? I don't think I have to be trained to know the difference between approaching a suspect on a non-violent call, like stealing a car. And I'm not saying this will happen down at the McDonald's, because I still haven't even understood why he told the kid to get out the car. You know, I mean, they haven't released the real logical reason. But I do know the difference between a aggressive 911 call of a carjacking versus a stolen car. I do understand the difference between assault on a person versus breaking in the store, that there's a suspect busted a window to break in the store to steal items. I understand the difference of those two calls. I understand the difference between someone shooting out of a car versus someone speeding in a car. You approach things by what the call is for. We keep having people approach these situations with aggression that's not needed. And when it's time to be held accountable, the system not doing it. Still doing a piss poor job of it. I want to send condolences to the parents that this child down in Texas, that it happened to, as well as a child in Mississippi. You know, the system is going to have to find a way to get a better hold on this. If not, we all know what ends up happening. You know, the straw ends up breaking the camel's back, and then it's chaos. And I don't know if that's what America is looking for. It's trying to provoke the people, you know, to make chaos. And if it is, you're crazy. You're crazy. And that's why the people, you have to be a praying person. You have to be listen, man. Ain't nobody gonna stand up for you like you. That's what I want to tell people. Nobody gonna stand up for you like yourself. Man, we got to get better. I know people want to laugh. They want to have the fun games. You know, everybody want to have a good time. I wish I could bring everybody always good news, happy news. It ain't happening. That ain't what I'm here for. I am finding out what I'm here for. It sounds like it's bad news every time. But it's bad news because people do a lot of bad shit. I did bad shit. I did disobedient things coming up. I did foul ass moves. But the one thing I did learn, it is still a right way to do wrong. Now, wrong is wrong. Don't get me wrong. But it's a right way to do some wrong. Somehow, people don't have the common sense of how to do it. They just gonna do the wrong and be like, hey, fuck it, it's done. But it's consequences of doing it that way. But here we keep seeing officers, ain't no consequences. We keep seeing elected officials, 50 commit a crime, only one of them do the time. 1,000 of them do the same crime, only one of them do the time. But yet, you can catch 1,000 criminals at one time. Only one of them gonna get the snitch. 999, if not still that one, they gonna all still do the time. This was missing in the system. This why this system got to be broken. This why you got to go on and break it. Because people having fun too much the wrong way. And it's costing innocent people who haven't got a chance to live yet their life. It's giving examples to the youth like this is the thing to do. And it's not. And then when somebody like me come by and check the situation, everybody want to get upset. Everybody want to get their opinion, but can't back it up with a fact. And my fact for that situation is you got an officer there that don't know the difference of the cause. And he should be dealt with and handled just like a criminal. Because that's what he did. He did a criminal activity. He did injustice to that kid right there. Because what they was able to say wasn't no gun in that car. What they was able to say, that young man did not pose a threat to the officer. So how do you get to gunfiring? If you don't know the difference between your left and your right for a taser, damn it, you deserve to get life sentence just on that anyway. Hey, I'm really hoping you people out there get it together. Seriously. I'm really hoping for that. That's all I can do is hope. Well, which also bring us... Do I got any good news on that today, Joe? Oh, man. Well, we might well deal with the Ray J situation. Matter of fact, this got to deal with Ray J. Ray J been going through some things. Let me let y'all hear Ray J words first. And then we'll go from there. Mm. Uh, he said maybe the next life will be different. There is no next one, Ray. And I know I've heard many people use that statement before. This is it. It's one and done. I don't care if you coming from 1398, even what was it, 300 BC, all the way down to 92 AD. Everybody get one. That's all you got. You got one shot. Hopefully you get it correct. And I know everybody don't believe in what I believe in, but hey, it is what it is. He's dealing with whatever demons that's around him, you know. Ray J got his start out there in Hollywood. You know, you can fall victim to anything. You can have any type of stumbles. You can have stumbles with money, without money. You can have it with a career, without a career. You can have it with a job, without a job. A stumble don't care who it trip up. If those who know what I'm speaking of, those who know this language, and for those who don't know it, the enemy, Satan, however you want to put it, you don't care how it trip you up. It just need to get you tripped up. It need to get you off balance. And then you got to know how to get back on balance, no matter how long it takes. Listen, everything ain't gonna always go right. Everything ain't gonna be perfect. Your way is not gonna be the best way. It's not gonna be the best way than God's way. You can have a great way of going. God got a better way. And when God wants your attention, He'll allow you to get tripped up. He'll allow you to stumble. He'll allow you to bust your behind. He will allow for your face to hit the concrete when He wants your attention. And that's what I see Ray J dealing with. I don't really have to spend all day on that because there's been many times he done allowed me to bust my behind and fall right on my face. Fall flat on it. And guess what? I had to give him that attention. It's been many times I've rebelled because I wanted to do it my way. Guess what? I suffered the consequences. But at the end, he got my attention. I'm not going to sit up here and lie and give people a make-believe story like you ain't going to do what you want to do. I do what I want to do. But it comes time when that man say, I got to have your attention. I got to have it. And guess what? He gonna get it. You may not want him to get it, but yeah, he gonna get it. You can either give it willingly, or he can get it with your hard head. Either way it goes, it's gonna be fine with him. People be like, why would God do that? Why would God hurt me? Because He got to heal you anyway. See that answer? You weren't expecting that. He gonna heal you anyway. What do He care about you getting a busted head? What do He care about? What do He care about you getting broken ribs for? He got to heal you. He got to heal you mentally, and then He gonna come heal you physically. Getting you some game, Ray J. But this better than game. What I'm giving you, I'm giving you the part of God's wisdom. Cause the flesh in me would tell you, boy, you gonna figure it out, boy. You gonna be back up. You gonna be able to, however this stumble, boy, you gonna bounce back. You gonna be ready to come back. Ray J, The way you put that text up, I done seen that before. I done seen that in real life. I done seen that out here. I done seen some people go through that. You better ask God what he want. Better take time out before you get you a real time out. For anybody else that knows somebody else like that, I'm telling you, tell them the same thing. And I know it sounds funny to some people who may be looking at the show because it's coming from me. Because it's coming from me. But these are things I've been dealing with. I've been dealing with this as a youth. People may hear me say it in a joking manner, but ain't nobody more hard-headed than me. Not knowing what I know. Ain't nobody better at me than being disobedient. Nobody. You think I got to be the richest man on earth to be the best disobedient person in the world? No. If you believe that, you're a fool. You just got tricked. You bamboozled your own self. The president, the governors, they may be corrupt, but you ain't more disobedient than me. See, they just corrupt. And they disobedient. But they ain't got me beat. Not knowing what I know. See, just because I may know this part on the spiritual level, they may not know that. They ain't even got a clue. They just know how to open up that book and read it page to page. But to let God give you the wisdom out of it and decipher that book, which I'm speaking of now is the Bible, because a lot of people may not know, but I'm speaking of that word. I bring up that word because I'm not afraid to. I ain't afraid to discuss what a lot of people in their homes really want to discuss. I'm not afraid. Not at all. I bring up God out of anywhere. I ain't afraid to mention the name. A lot of people afraid this day. Afraid today, this day, and any other day to mention the name besides on Sunday. Ray J, it's about that time. Anybody else who got a problem that similar to Ray J or a family member is going through, it's time for y'all to tell them. It's about that time. You got to give God that time. You got to hear what God want to give you. It's something that God want to say to you. I wish it was something I could give you. I know it'll probably feel way better coming from me than it would to God, but guess what? I ain't God, so I can't give it to you. Because what I got to give to you is something that's going to make the flesh feel good for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, maybe 2-3 minutes, maybe even a couple of hours. Hell, it might even be a whole day, a whole week. But what God got for you, it's going to feel good forever. But you're going to get that pain. You're going to get that pain regardless. Figure out how you want to get it. Figure out when you want to get it. A non-believer can't understand this, what I'm saying. But a non-believer with wisdom can understand what I'm saying. Two different things, two different people. Two different things just went on right there in two different people. So, I just hope people really, really get the understanding. This what happen when God want to talk to you. This why people get out there and start texting on social media. I feel like everything crumbling around me. Don't nobody love me. Ain't nobody here for me. Don't nobody understand what I'm going through. Y'all gonna miss me when I'm gone. When people get into those moments, it ain't no telling what's happening behind closed doors that we can't see. But once you send that thing out there in that text message, once you send it out here into this world, for those who done paid attention to other people, we done saw something similar to what Ray J texts. And I'm here to tell Ray J and his family, and anybody else who got that same speaking, that same notion out here in this earth. God trying to talk to you. That's the only reason why your family ain't came in there and you was drowned in the tub. That's the only reason why your family came in there and you ain't hung yourself from the ceiling. God trying to talk to you. That's the only reason why you ain't went out here and did nothing crazy. And next time people see you, you behind somewhere in handcuffs, looking at a life sentence, or looking at decades of time. See, I wish everything could be a play moment. I'm telling you, I really wish for that. But that ain't realistic. This show ain't called Lies, Opinions, Truth, and Substance for nothing. I'm human too. I like doing what I want to do, and I will do it. But boy, I've been spanked a lot of times by God. Hey, I wish I could say I got it right on the first go round. I wish I could tell y'all I'm getting everything right now. But that'll be a lie on top of a lie. But I'm not afraid to tell the people. I'm not afraid to tell all the people. I will do wrong. And I will try to fight that wrong to be right at times. At times, I will do that. But then, when I see it won't prevail, I just tell people, all right, you're right, I was wrong. All right, you got me. All right. Now let's get on with the get on. What it gonna be? Disappoint that Ray J is at. Disappoint that whoever else it is out here in this world at that same in this same situation Ray J in, the same thing they going through. Same thing. If everything ain't gonna always be perfect, everything ain't gonna always be good, everything ain't gonna always be great, everything not always gonna be excellent and fantastic. It's gonna be way more rainy days than sunny days. But if you allow that enemy to distract your ear from hearing when God calling you because you feel you ain't worthy, ain't nobody worthy of God. Nobody. Hate to turn this into a preacher show, but we on Ray J right now in his situation. Hell, it could be my situation at this time. Hey, it's an old saying, you may not believe there's a God, but if that God believes in you, what can you do? It's hard to kick against the gods. It's hard. Hard to kick against God. Well, which brings us up to our next topic. Oh, boy, I tell you. I mean, well, I want women, yes. I want the women to understand this out here in this world. White, black, red, yellow, green, you know, it don't matter. Women are women to me. Y'all got to be careful. Because we got some real idiots out here that's just, they willing to do whatever. You know, like I say, you know, it's even the right way to do wrong, but boy, you know, we got a situation out here in the world where people want to put a substance in your drink or put it on your door handle or put it on a woman's table or anything. Basically, it gets her to go out. And this young lady is explaining what happened to her in the situation, what we're about to see. And this is just something I wanted to give women to be aware of who haven't heard it or seen it. So let this young lady talk and let y'all know the situation she was in.
Are black women across the U.S. being poisoned on purpose?
Could have been deadly.
This Houston woman went viral after removing a napkin from her car. She says it was an attempt to poison her. Now others are coming forward saying that they are finding the same things on their cars. Is it a coincidence, or are black women being targeted? I'm Justin Carter. This is TSR Investigates.
Yeah, that was on Justin Carter's on his show. And so, you know, they leave this little paper, you know, sometime depending on if you're not looking, they've been heard to where they'll have a person bump you, distract you. They'll say, excuse me, if you got a big enough drink in your hand. Also, they'll drop it in your drink. Or you like say, they'll tape it, leave it on your windshield to where it look like a ticket. You pick it up and the substance already on there is getting in your system through your hands. You know, they'll place it up under your door handle. You know, so as crazy as it may say, you know, y'all need to have a disposable glove just to open up your door now. Straight up. I mean, I know a lot of people don't like to take this seriously. But I mean, where we going? I have to ask that pretty much almost every show. You know, where are we going with this type shit? You gonna wake up, kidnap another human being for $30,000, $40,000 to send them into sex trafficking. I mean, man. This is just common sense what I'm not gonna do. Why? Because I got a cousin I love. I got a young lady that I may love. I got a brother I love. I got a mama I came from. Even if she was the most disrespectful woman on earth, I still love her. I got a grandma I love. Certain things I'm not gonna do for money. Does it make it what I would do for money more righteous than that? I think it's a better morally standard to have. I'm not gonna say it make it more righteous. I know some of y'all thought I was gonna say that. No, but morally, yes. People are like, well, what's the difference between that and robbing a bank? Because I got me in jeopardy. Me. True. Everybody else in jeopardy too who inside this bank. Everybody else in jeopardy who inside this armored truck. But it's me. I'm not finna kidnap another person and now they whole life, they whole world in jeopardy. And nobody knows where they are. I'm willing to sell another human being after I done heard and read what happened in slavery. That's what I'm going to do? That's what I'm going to lower my standards to? I'm going to kidnap another human being and put him through what just happened to that was still happening 90 years ago? Going backwards? 90 plus years going backwards. Not coming forward to 2022. Going backwards. Back. Not going forward. Going back. I mean, man, you know, people, well, we just losing all type of morals. Our conduct is just getting, trying to stop using profanity. But our conduct, man, it's getting piss poor by the day, by the seconds, by the minute. I just want people to think about their actions before they do it. This is what's happening out here, ladies. I want y'all to be prepared. Please start carrying extra lace gloves with you or even just a regular glove. You see a strange piece of paper or any paper on your window, please pick it up with another object. Please be aware when you're about to head to your trunk. please always observe every view in 360 degrees. Do not take it for granted when someone knows, when don't nobody know where you are. You hear me? When don't nobody know where you are, do not take that place for granted. Straight up. Well, I'm pretty sure y'all been watching the show with what is it, Charleston White, right? Did I say that right, Joe? Yeah, that is the next one, right? I mean, no. Okay, it is Kanye. That's what it was, yeah. Well, it's also one before Charleston White. Kanye, and I want to spend a quick little second on this. This is dealing with Kanye shirts, you know, White Lives Matter. I talked about it last week, but this what came out of Kanye's mouth. He addressed the situation. He went on Fox as well. I think he did a segment on CNN as well. But this one here on Fox. So I just want to let y'all, I want y'all to hear Kanye's side.
I do certain things from a feeling. I just channel the energy. It just feels right. It's using a gut instinct, a connection with God, and just brilliance. You know, like as if you asked like Tanya Harding how she did the triple flip or the triple spin, she was in so much practice that when it was time for her to skate in a competitive format, it just happened. Like it happened outside of practice. It happened in the real format, and that's what's happening. Is God is like preparing us for the real battles. I do certain things from a feeling. I just channel the energy. It just feels right. It's using a gut instinct, a connection with God, and just brilliance. You know, like as if you asked like Tanya Harding how she did the triple flip or the triple spin. She was in so much practice that when it was time for her to skate in a competitive format, it just happened. Like it happened outside of practice. It happened in the real format, and that's what's happening. Is God is like preparing us for the real battles. I do certain things from a feeling. I want to answer the white. Yeah. I feel like someone caught what I was saying, the comparison to Tanya Harding about the White Lives Matter. You know, my dad is an educated ex-Black Panther, and he put a text to me today. He said, "White Lives Matter, ha, 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 ha." And I said, I thought the shirt was a funny shirt. I thought the idea of me wearing it was funny. And I said, "Dad, why do you think it was funny?" He said, just a Black man stating the obvious. Yeah. I want to answer the white. Yeah. I feel like.
Well, that was somewhat, you know, I know that still left a lot of people confused. I wish he had just went on ahead and said it, you know, like he did kind of state the first time. And is that, you know, white people, Jews, you're in control. It's no secret. Besides this company and I like 2 other companies, there are no more black media companies, especially not a major one. You know, there is no more BET on a major scale across the world, across the globe. There is no black radio stations across the world that is the same as an iTunes. You know, what's the other one? Viacom, which Viacom deals with media and radio. I forgot the other one. Heart. What is it? Man, I forgot it. iHeart Radio and Tunes. You know, there is no more black or Indian radio stations, and you know, of that sort. All the white and all the Jews and white and Jews own all the major media, outgoing things, from TV to radio. And people say, well, what does that got to do with White Lives Matter? Because they're able to dictate what happened with white lives. And they are able to this day still put oppression from a media or radio, they're able to give you the intellect from media or radio to whatever happened to black lives. And that means whether it's true or false. That's where I'm going with this. Versus with a white life. White life still is dictated what's happened with black lives to this day. And it's no secret. People don't like hearing it because people don't want to face the facts. You don't have 10 NFL owners out of 32. You don't even have one. You don't even have 5. You do not have 5 or 10 MLB owners out of what? Almost 40 teams almost there? You don't have it. You don't even have one. Do y'all see where I'm going with this? Out of the NBA, besides Michael Jordan, which I think GameStop owns almost partially now of his business, you got a 0.9% owner of a black person in the NBA out of 30 some odd teams. Soccer teams, you don't have one black owner. And one ain't good enough. Same thing in broadcasting and media. You don't have nothing but if I stand correctly, it's only maybe 4 of us. And that's why white lives matter. That's why every time this conversation come up around any white person, I challenge them. What are you doing to break this chain and know it should be broken? What are you doing? But that's still that's still some more talk for another day dealing with that. Which brings us to Charleston White and Clifford Harris family. And this has started from, just so people know, Charleston White had a post before King. This didn't start the way it's about to be shown. It started because Charleston White did a clip to where he was being surrounded, and that's the clip I was really trying to find, around a bunch of people, young guys or whatever, and they was acting like they was, however it went, they was finna bust Charleston up, however it went, all right? This then led King to comment on the situation about Charleston being a bitch. And so, let me play the clip. I just wanted everybody to know where it stemmed from.
This is what I want to let you know I done did. I just tagged the Atlanta Police Department since T.I. son threatened to kick my ass. I'm a senior citizen. That's a threat, and he left me evidence. Not only did I tag the Atlanta Police Department, I tagged Miss Fannie Willis, T.I. I know the same police that arrested Young Thug. Hold on, I'm finna call him right now. Yeah, I'm finna say, man, I know the same goddamn police officer that arrested Young Thug that's getting all them niggas RICO charges. How y'all y'all think I was able to get quick flip Vino? No, how y'all? I ain't no T.I. in the boxing match. I'm gonna put his son in jail. Fuck, I'm gonna box this man for, and I want to put his little boy in jail for threatening me. He threatened. I'm a senior citizen, and I'm a comedian, and I can make jokes about ugly babies. T.I. got an ugly baby. King is an ugly boy. This what I want to let you know I done did. I just tagged the Atlanta Police Department since T.I. son threatened to kick my ass. I'm a senior citizen. That's a threat, and he left me evidence. Not only did I tag the Atlanta Police Department.
Boy, Charleston White, you was a bitch, boy. He said he was with him. He was with him. Man, I stayed with my older cousins. Fucking with the point of who did what, who. Man, we was about to whoop your ass. You come back down here from telling. You had, I can see you had a soft upbringing. Boy.
Whatever man can fix his mother face to talk shit about a motherfucking kid, bruh. Use a... Come deal with the daddy. Come deal with the daddy, man. Cause when the daddy get to getting on your, you gonna do nothing but hit 9-1 and wait on the one to come to follow behind. You don't want no problem. What you keep on kicking up dust for? What you keep kicking up dust for if you don't want no trouble? Whatever man can fix his... I'm tough. I ain't on no gangster. I'm a father. I'm a businessman. And I'm a leader. All right? So ultimately, if you got something to say about me and mine, then just come to me. Come to me. Whatever you got to say about me and mine, just come to me, nigga. Just pull up on me. Say whatever you want to say. And if you walk away and don't nothing happen, you won. You be the rawest. And you can go and talk all your internet talk. Just come talk to me, and if don't nothing happen, you won. You know, my children name out your before something bad happens. That's not a threat. I just don't want to see nothing happen to nobody. But people will die about their children, and people willing to go to prison about their children. Stop. That's a suggestion, okay? That is a suggestion, sir. Please, stop. Tough.
Boy, you little Boosie, son. Little boy ain't never been across his goddamn head. Boosie, your boy don't know how to fight. Neither do that T.I. little yellow motherfucker, long hair freak. That little motherfucker don't know how to fight either. Look at them, y'all babies is rapper babies. Go drop him off over his cousin them house, where one of them cousins might or not let him eat. And then see if the boy can hold up in Baton Rouge. Right now, little Tootie Raw, you ain't nothing but a little sheltered, little ugly ass, little black ass little boy that look like a pair of patent leather boots. Your daddy look like ostrich boots, and you look like a pair of patent leather boots. Little shiny skin mother. Boy, you... I'd much rather put him in jail, man. That's just how that go. And I stand on that. Put in jail. Don't kill now. Let them all gather in jail. Don't leave y'all, they ain't no good to us. They some hella good in jail. Put they money in jail. You doing all this lie talk. Meanwhile, you ain't trying to talk to Tip. Not one bit. We ain't talked before now. We ain't talked before now. All the discussion need to go on between Tip and his boy. Once Tip and his boy talk, then I quit talking. Once Tip and his boy get understanding, man, you out of line disrespecting your elders. I ain't got to respect no disrespectful young. That's where y'all got the school teachers. That's where y'all got. I'd much rather put him in jail. Y'all got the police officers. That's where y'all got the juvenile correctional officers. That's where y'all got the jail staff. That's where y'all got the probation staff. You think we supposed to respect your disrespectful child who don't know how to... So I'm supposed to show this compassion when he's saying he'll hurt me? No, I'm just like the police. I'm in fear of my life and I want to go home to my family. According to God, a disobedient child days are shortened and numbered, and you wonder why so many young disobedient children are dying in 2022 because they are disobedient. And the word says that their days will be numbered and shortened. Children like King, days will be numbered and shortened out of disobedience. I'm not saying it, that's what the word says. That's what the word says.
That was Charleston White and the Harris family, you know, going into it about, like I say, when King called him out his name for the clip that was shown about other people surrounding Charleston, you know, pretty much it was just really a skit. You know, like they was going to jump on Charleston, manhandle Charleston, and, you know, pretty much get ready to beat Charleston up. And Charleston was like, nah, you know, I'm finna put the police on you. You know, all y'all niggas going to jail, you know, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Charleston does that to get reaction at times from what I believe is a lot of stuff he say is true. Now, how he may word it, it ruffles a lot of feathers. Just like I know I word certain things, you know, it ruffles people's feathers sometimes. King, which is now considered to be a growing adult, he said something on media to Charleston. Charleston then responded to him, which got T.I. to come and respond for his child. And when T.I. tried to reach out to Charleston, Charleston was like, hell no. I still am an advocate. I think Charleston should have talked to T.I., but I do understand where Charleston is coming from. I don't think T.I. really heard what Charleston was saying. Your son stepped out here just like T.I. played in the movie. What was that movie with the roller skates? ATL. And it was a scene where T.I. brother and Big Boy from Outkast, where he was like, hey man, I want to sell weed. And he was like, you need to understand this grown man business. Lil King got in grown man business. This is what happened when you get in grown man business. You make yourself available to be in this conversation. If King hadn't said nothing, Charleston White wouldn't have brought him up. That's all Charleston was telling T.I. I'm not your problem. Your problem started right here with your child. You got to check him. He stepped out here in this grown-up business. When I chose the streets, my mother and father let that be known when they was living. Boy, you in grown-up business. The moment you go down here with this crew, you in grown-up business, Q. That's where T.I. supposed to got the checking King at first. That's all Charleston was saying. Do I still think Charleston could have handled it better? Yes. But do I understand where he was coming from? Yes. Parents, check your children. Get your children in line. I'm not an advocate. If my child had said something to Charleston, first thing I would have did was told my child, now you know what you done did, don't you? I hope you prepared. Yes, is it gonna hurt me? Yeah, hell yeah, it's hurt me. But I need my child to understand, don't get in somebody else's business that don't pertain to you. Just because you do a lot of shit out here in social media world, it's a lot of stuff. I'ma pick out exactly what needs to be addressed. A lot of foolishness don't need to be addressed. That's all he was basically telling the Harris family. Your son done got in some business. It's for everybody to see. It ain't for everybody to address. See, you done went and undressed some, and now what you done undressed is ready to undress you. And you upset. I want T.I. to really understand this, what I'm saying. King ain't a child no more. Because Charleston said something so profound. And I don't know if you caught it, Tip. And y'all didn't hear this. This was another clip that was right after the one y'all saw. He said, you need to be worried about your son because he's on a gang pyramid down here. See, ain't no sense of addressing Charleston. Your son is really now in grown-up business. He's on a pyramid. Now, I didn't say it because I didn't see the pyramid. Charleston said it as if he saw the pyramid because he even named the gang name. Huh? No, we ain't gonna play it. This is what you got to address in the Harris family. And not only that, Tip is a businessman. Listen, I know he's definitely in music. I know he has his own construction company. I also know that he builds affordable houses and houses that you can pay for. I know that. I also know a little business. He invested into a company a while back that actually made tens of millions of dollars. Right? He got restaurants. He got trap museum. You know, he has those things. So he's definitely a great businessman. I'm saying all that to say this here. Your son is picking a path, bro. Just like my son has chosen one. Just like my daughter has chosen one. If it's not going to line up with what the senior has in store, you got to let your child be his own adult. And that's what Charleston is saying here. Because once you pick this path to get in grown-up business, you in there. It ain't no out. People need to stop being an advocate for this bullshit that your kids are doing. Straight up. Because certain people ain't gonna play. Coming up, our parents taught us number one thing. Shut the fuck up when grown folks talking. Boom, there it is. And you know what's gonna happen. Coming behind that, if you don't be quiet when grown folks are talking. You already know what your next issue gonna be. Y'all grown-ups got to stop co-signing this BS. You got to stop it. It must come to a halt. This is why kids are in danger. This is why. They're in danger because y'all keep being an advocate for BS that your children are doing. I said it. Charleston, I think he could have still handled it better. But do I know where it stemmed from? Yes. The first place it stemmed from because King made a direct quote to Charleston and his skit. If King hadn't said nothing, Charleston had never spoke King's name. And if he did speak King's name without King ever speaking on what Charleston is doing, then Charleston will be dead wrong. Hate to say it. I don't hate to say it, but truth is true. He dead right. And he right. He don't have to talk to you, T.I. You know why? Because he's not talking to a child. He's talking to a grown adult who came from a child. And now you want to revert him back to a child. And the answer that Charleston is letting you know, no. He's not going to do it. He's not going to let you go backwards and let him be a child. He ain't grown up business. So I leave that with y'all people to say, hey, start being more attentive to what your children and your growing adult children are doing. And quit taking it lightly. Lies, opinions, truth, and substance. I'm out.
Lies, opinion,
truth,
and substance. Only we have to make sure we're real and give them skills to be honest.
Right. My real son, he tortured some folks.